bro, I try to knock my shoulder completely out of place because I was in that much pain. I fell asleep, and I wake up in a panic because my heart was racing, and just racing. I was like, this don't feel right. I'm like, it happened twice. The second time, Kevin O'Neal said, listen, if you want us to, we can land this plane in Memphis and get you into a hospital. I said, nope. If I'm going to die, let me die in Dallas.
What's up, everybody? I'm Peanut Tillman, and this is the NFL Players Second Acts podcast. And with me, as always, my trusty co-host, Roman, plaid, tight, short, Harper.
And they don't see that, but that's only because I'm trying to do things after. But, man, I'm really excited about this next guest. I mean, he is literally considered the greatest of all time at a position.
Literally.
And he is the what you think about when you think of Dallas and the Cowboys and everything that they were able to create. And I've been around this man before, and just really, really looking forward to him and just getting this vibe of it, because we don't always get the greatest with us. But this is going to be awesome. Go ahead.
The pride of Pensacola, Florida, first ballot.
Picola.
That's what we call it.
Yeah, Picola.
Picola?
Yeah, Picola.
Okay, first ballot Hall of Famer, NFL all-time leading rusher, 3-time Super Bowl champion, on the NFL's all-time top 100. I mean, he got one of them wine jackets.
Oh, that's a different jacket.
That's a Marleau.
Okay. I didn't know that.
That's old folks say burgundy.
Okay.
He got one of them. And he's still he got a ton of businesses. Ladies and gentlemen, Emmitt Smith, welcome to the pod.
Yes.
That damn resume too long. I couldn't even read it, man. We'd be here about 10 minutes if I had to read the whole resume.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
We want to cut into the show.
I'm just cut it to the show. How is it having it's cool to have the gold jacket. I think that's pretty cool. I aspire to have one day. But you got the Marleau. You got that burgundy.
Yeah.
How's that?
That's very unique. NFL Hall of Fame has over 300 people in it.
Yeah.
NFL 100 only has 100.
Yes.
And so that sets that drill us down to even smaller. And so that unique class of 100 is pretty special.
So what if you get a jacket and all of a sudden somebody plays in? Like, do you get to get removed out of the 100 as this thing continues to grow? I know you won't.
Once you in it, I don't think you can get removed.
Okay.
It's the next 100.
Okay, that's the next 100. It's the next one. Okay. Because I was like, I
NFL top 200.
Because just like the NFL rosters, you always feel safe when you're in the top 30.
Right.
But when you like that 50-something guy, you right there on the fringe, you never really safe.
Yeah.
You the last one out.
Right.
And so I don't want to be, number 99 on that list of 100.
It's the next 200. It's the next 100 that trying to figure out where they fit.
Okay, good. I like that. I didn't know how y'all was going to do about
so
that.
Because I'm not going to be around in 100 years, so I ain't going to really care. All I can say is I was part of the first 100.
Okay.
Makes sense. So I grew up, I'm a Texas cat. I'm from the Central Texas area, Copper's Cove, Killeen. And all my uncles and aunties, every Thanksgiving, we drive up to Sherman, Texas. We watch the games. My dad can't stand the Cowboys, but all my uncles and aunties, they just, come on, Emmitt, you run that damn ball that there. Super country. When I got to the league, 2003, you were at the Cardinals.
Right.
And I had an moment like, I'm going against Emmitt Smith. Like, I remember watching him when I was like the 7th grade. And now I'm finna go play against this cat.
He said the 7th grade?
Yeah.
I think he was trying to be polite.
But that was a thing for me. I was just like, damn, I'm Pops, like, we playing the card. I was like, I'm finna go against Emmitt right now. Like, he is him. He was that dude. Like, and I had an moment. I think I even tackled you one time. Was like, I tackled him.
I had an old moment too. Not necessarily against you, but
right.
Antonio Bryant was on our squad as a wide receiver.
Yes.
And I'm sitting in the locker. He comes up. He's sitting there next to me. We talking. He said, man, I've been watching you ever since I was 8 years old. And I was like, damn, I'm old. I need to get out the game.
But what does it do when another player, myself, Antonio, like when it's just like it's respect though.
It is.
It is respect, and it's like, man, I'm a fan,
and that's what makes it very warming.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that you've been here long enough to somebody seen you play when they were 8 years old, which is a tribute to how long you've been in the game and the longevity of the game. However, at the same time, when you have a young player acknowledge or what you've done and respect what you've done, that's a wonderful thing. Because the next thing that I want the young player to do is ask me the question, how, what, and what can you give me to help me have a long career as well? I think that, to me, is what I look forward to and was looking forward to. When I was with the Cardinals, I had tremendous teammates. We may not have won a lot of games, but I had guys that were very, very curious of what was required to be in the game as long as I was in the game. And that right there made being with the Arizona Cardinals worth the 2 years that I was there. Anquan Bowden, Larry Fitzgerald, Adrian Wilson, and many others. I mean, Marcel Shipp and Damian Anderson and Josh Scobie, along with James Hodgins and any of the defensive players. I spent time with those guys. They picked my brain, and I absolutely loved it.
That's respect.
Well, it's got to be interesting for you to come from a place where you guys had so much success. Then all of a sudden you go somewhere that traditionally had not had that type of success. You're the only one in the locker room.
Right.
They were like, man, whatever you got, we ready to take all of it.
But it wasn't just in the locker room.
It was the coaches as well. It was the whole organization, everybody. Yes.
The organization wanted to know and wanted to get a feel how the Cowboys did it. And that's respect as well.
That is big time respect.
And so to lean on me and to figure out and pick my brain around things and how things work, that was perfect. I mean, because with that wisdom and that understanding of being a Dallas Cowboy and going to the Arizona Cardinals and they trying to figure out how to do it themselves, I was humbled by the simple fact that they even requested, because most of the times people don't even ask for that kind of information,
right?
And including players. And so when you have players that are thirsty for knowledge and you have something to give, which we all have something to give.
Absolutely.
I loved it. I appreciated it. It made my 2 years in Arizona worth its while. It helped me understand that, yeah, it's time for me to move on, because I was able to have closure through that moment. But to give a Larry Fitzgerald some wisdom, to give an Anquan Bowden some wisdom, to give the organization whatever knowledge I was able to give them, and to see what they did after that, I pat myself on the back.
Yeah.
And I smile at it all the time.
You know, that's crazy, because let everybody hear, let it be heard on the record that Emmitt Smith actually enjoyed being in Arizona for those 2 years. Because on the outside, most people wouldn't think that you guys, that you probably had a lot of fun there because you didn't have the success that you had at Dallas. But it's all the other things.
Yeah,
it's all the other things.
It is all the other little things.
Yes.
I mean, the little things are very important as well as the big things.
Yes.
Granted, I wasn't in Dallas, which is fine. I loved Arizona, the state, the city, Phoenix, Scottsdale, all of that. Roy Green and old heads, Seth Joyner, and those guys. I enjoyed being around all of them. They were great people, good people. And there's nothing like being around good people.
Yeah. People
that mean well, people that want you to do well, et cetera, et cetera. And so that experience trumped any losses. But having the opportunity to get closure.
Yeah.
Closure is important too.
Yes, it is.
Oftentimes we don't leave the game the way we want to leave the game. And people are not always having closure.
Right.
So having closure was also part of the whole entire process. So I'm grateful for the opportunity to not only spend 13 years with the National Football League with the Cowboys, but also those 2 years with the Arizona Cardinals to get closure and say, you know what? Enough is enough.
I'm ready.
I'm not finna move around. I'm not finna go keep chasing after the dream that's already been realized.
Yeah. Right.
It was already realized.
Yeah.
So
I think the thing about the closure though is like it's your choice.
Yes.
Most people in this league, in this profession, this business, we don't get to do that. Right. I know I didn't. I got injured and I was like, all right, my career is just over and done.
Right.
Like I think when you are at a place, you the player are at a place to say, you know what? I'm done. It's my choice. I'm retiring. You get to make that call, not the other way around. That's important.
I want to ask you about, did you know what the Cowboys said about you in your draft report?
Not totally.
Okay, well here, let's
He gonna tell you.
There we go.
I know they wrote some things up on the wall out there somewhere, but I don't go around reading it and trying to remember it all. But go ahead, please.
Okay, let's focus on the last statement because it was decent. It's pretty good stuff. Emmitt Smith will someday make Cowboys fans forget about Tony Dorsett. Read the final. And that was that was it. I just totally. How do you feel about that?
Well,
I thought I had that different.
I know.
It's okay.
it didn't come out the way you wanted.
He read the note he wasn't supposed to read.
Yeah.
Read the finals. Like,
I was
nope,
reading the
I
whole-
wasn't supposed to read that.
Yeah.
But how does that make me feel? I never came in with the intention of making somebody forget about Tony Dorsett. That was never it. I just wanted to be the very best version of myself. And if that stacked up against Dorsett or anyone else. And the one thing that I did do when I came in as a true rookie, and this is something that my high school coach, Dwight Thomas, taught all of us at Escambia High School back in Pensacola, Florida. He said, jot down your goals, write down your goals, because it's only a dream until you write it down, and then it becomes a goal. And once we start doing those things, we start having success on the football field. Teams start winning. We end up winning championships, et cetera, et cetera. So I took that philosophy with me to college, and then I brought it here to the pros. Coming here, after the team going 1-15, I didn't want to be 1-15. And I didn't think we was going to be 1-15 ever again because Jimmy Johnson was here, Troy Aikman and Michael and everything else was here. And so I had this, you can call me naive, but I just had this belief that we was going to be better.
Right.
And so my goals were to be not only win championships and do all these things, but when you start stacking it up against the history of the game itself, and in the running back category, Dorsett was in the top. So was Walter Payton. So was Jim Brown. So was Eric Dickerson. So was Marcus Allen. All these guys was at the top. And so I wanted to get to the top. And if I got to the top of the top, then all these things would be added. And so, and Dorsett and I are still good friends and will remain good friends. Nothing but respect. I have nothing but respect for all Cowboys players in history, especially ones who set the foundation for which we all stand up on. Roger Staubach, that doomsday defense, that man right there, Tom Landry, and on and on and on. Everything that they did, for me, in my mindset, and I think our team mindset, was to build upon it and extend our legacy and create our own legacy. And I think we were able to accomplish that by winning the 3 Super Bowls in the first within 4 years. And if that, people still love Dorsett.
Yeah, they do.
That statement is not a complete true statement.
Yes.
Because he is not
Never
forgotten. And
You're
he won't be forgotten.
Yes. So let's talk about your draft process. Because, first of all, you crushed it in Florida. You were all SEC multiple years, All-American multiple years. You were the first running back to 1,000 yards in like 7 games.
Easy work.
Yeah, I mean, his first start came against Alabama. He had 39 carries for 224 yards,
Ooh, I don't
2
even drive that
touchdowns.
far.
At the time, that was a single game record for Florida until the following year he broke it versus New Mexico, where he had 316 yards in the game. I don't know how they didn't put 10 people in the box. I don't know. But it was, I mean, what you did in college was a crazy amount of success. And so for you to come in, be freshman of the year in college, then all of a sudden come into your rookie year and be offensive player of the rookie of the year as well. Like, I know it probably shouldn't have shocked you. It didn't shock you, but I want to talk about your draft process. What that was like, being a running back, knowing that I think Steve Spurrier was coming into Florida at the time. You knew it was more of a wide open offense. And so that was the first time the NFL allowed players to leave early.
It was the second year.
Second year.
I think because Barry was the first year.
Okay.
Yeah. Barry was the year ahead of me. I don't know if they did it with Mike and Prime. It was right around that time frame they were starting to allow.
What was up with that? I didn't even know that was a thing.
That was a thing. That was before NIL and everything else that we know of today. Now, back in the day, if you're a true junior, you can actually leave school. Back then, you couldn't leave school unless you was a red shirt junior. So that meant that you had 4 years. 4 years.
Yeah.
And so once that door opened up, it afforded me the opportunity to leave after my junior year. And so I'll never forget my last game in Anaheim, California. We were playing against the Washington Huskies, getting beat. Coach Whitey Jordan came up to me at halftime. He said, "Listen, son, you're done. I'm not putting you out there on the football field. Get ready to go to the next level because you don't have nothing else to prove at this level." He shared that with me in the middle of a game, and I didn't play anymore. And so, and after that game, the whole entire staff got fired. And so when they got fired, I'm sitting there like, who's going to be the coach? And I'm stuck in limbo because I'm about to be a senior now, about to learn a brand new offense after learning 3 new offenses all 3 years I was in college. So we never really had a chance to grow. You know how chemistry and growth and learning the system and mastering the system becomes important to the confidence of the individual players.
Yes.
Right.
I'm about to learn another one. And not knowing who was coming in and the risk that I would be taking if I played another year could impact what happens going forward.
Right.
So I was forced to make that decision. That was the first business decision I had to make.
Yeah.
And I made it knowing that my teammates, my freshman class, so I'm about to play with my freshman class now. Godfrey Miles, Shane Matthews was out there as the quarterback. He ended up quarterbacking for Spurrier and on and on. And so, and they ended up having success built off of my freshman class. The success that built the Gators organization throughout the 90s was built off of that freshman class, 1987 freshman class. Go look at the names on that and go back and look at who all was on that football field that set the foundation for Steve Spurrier to come in and do what he did. Yeah. He just, it's a tribute to great coaching.
Yeah.
Putting players in a position to be successful. That's really what it's a tribute to. Yeah. But it's also a tribute to him being able to go and bring in other players to match those quality players.
Yeah.
But for me, I had to leave. I had no choice. And the ultimate goal was to become a professional athlete anyway. And I had done, if you go look at my school records and everything
58
else,
of them.
In 3 years.
Yeah.
In 3 years. So that decision became fairly clear that it was time for me to go. And draft, that's a whole nother animal because you just don't know where you're going to go. Teams will draft and select players that they absolutely need, regardless of what people may say or think. And so the one thing I did not want to do was go to New York and be sitting there for days wondering whether or not I'm going to be drafted by the team that I want to go to. So I stayed home. Stayed in Pensacola, P-Cola. And my mom and them had a party, which I was not expecting a big party, but they invited everybody you can possibly freaking imagine.
Yeah.
Food is everywhere. And my anxiety is extremely high because I don't know where I'm going and what's going to happen. So the first 10 picks go by, and I thought I was going to be a top 10 pick. I was nervous as hell. I started second guessing myself whether or not I made the right decision to come out of school early. And before you know it, I got a call. Cowboys about to draft me. I'm like, what? Jerry Jones and Jimmy called, asked me how would I like to wear a star on my helmet. Shit. Bro. Bro, you
What was that feeling? What was that feeling?
Oh my gosh. I mean, first and foremost, the Cowboys have always been my favorite football team ever since I was a kid. And I wanted to play for the boys. I didn't even think I would have a chance to play for the boys because they had the 20-something pick. And so when they traded up to get me, I was ecstatic because I was going back to my roots. Yeah. Going back to the team that I love. And then I realized I'm playing with Jimmy from the University of Miami. Yeah. Playing with Irv, Miami. All these guys from Miami now have migrated to Texas. And I know in Jimmy's mind, I knew what he built in Miami. I knew what he built in Miami. And so when I got here and I saw how he was operating and moving, I'm like, yeah, this is like my high school coach, Dwight Thomas. Yeah. I'm back at home. And then that first year went by, Jimmy let go of the offensive coordinator, and he said this to me, I'm going to get somebody in here to get you the football. That's all he said. I didn't know who it was going to be. I'm going to get somebody in here to get you the football. Norv Turner comes in. And Norv Turner tells me, he said, these are the only things you need to learn. Check swing. I said, what's that? Check out the back, swing. I tag you on everything else I want you to run the pass right on. Period. Learned you're going to block either the Mike or the Willie on these. Boom. Made it very simple. Simplified the offense. And when I looked at his numbering system, the pass routes, it was the same numbering system that I had in high school my freshman year. All 4 years I was in high school. Our offense was pretty much the same offense I ran in high school. Lead, draw, power, this, and everything else. Downhill running.
Yeah.
Right back home. Right back home.
Back to them roots.
Right back to the roots.
It's amazing what timing, situation, like all these things, and even in the most successful people in life, how it's all about still timing the situation you're in, the environment that you're ultimately put in.
But it's also about finding the right system for the players that you actually have.
There we go, that part too.
Yeah.
That part is the brilliance of it all. I mean, because Jimmy could have stayed. What my rookie year here, our offense was probably in 28th rated offense. We didn't run the ball effectively because we didn't focus on running the ball. We ran. I guess he thought he had Dan Marino at quarterback and didn't have no running backs. And so, but Jimmy saw something different. And when he saw what he had, he's like, shoot, I got to figure this one out. And he went right to Norv Turner. And Norv Turner brought that offense that Eric Dickerson rushed for over 2,000 yards in. That same offense that John, was the coach from USC. He coached Marcus and
USC's head coach.
Somebody help me out. John Robinson brought that offense, that same old offense. Norv Turner, Ernie Zampese, all of that. They brought that right to Dallas. And
what did that do for your confidence?
What?
Your second season. What did that do for your confidence?
First thing it did for my confidence, there was a commitment to me as a running back.
Yeah.
We're going to get you the football. That commitment means a lot. That commitment tells a player that, number one, okay, I'm going to be a focal point. This is my job. I got to get ready for this. And if I'm going to get ready for it, I'm going to be ready. I got to learn how to train. I got to do extra work. I got to do all the things I need to do. Then I got to learn how to take care of this body because I want this for a long time.
Right.
So that commitment, if someone committed to you, how much are you going to give to them?
Everything.
My point. They were committed to running the rock. They were committed to having a balance. And Troy and me and Michael, the balance for everybody to have success. And the way we started having success was being balanced. Being balanced. If they dropped 8 in the box, Michael was going to eat you up. You stay back in cover 2, I'm going down your throat. Yeah. That's just the way it was. And so, and that offensive line got better and better.
Massive.
Yeah.
Some people like to say I help it get better, but
yeah.
But they were good.
Yeah, so when I was in Chicago, we were I guess you could call us the defensive triplets. Myself, Brian Urlacher, and Lance Briggs. And it was cool. I was like the third triplet. You know, I got some love. I didn't get all the love, but I was cool with it. I played my part. I knew my role.
Right.
So it's yourself, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin.
Yeah.
What was your relationship like? Because we could say offensive players, they're divas at times, right? Some guy gets
wide receivers more,
but you know, some people want a little bit more attention, right? So you got 3 Hall of Famers, 3 monsters, 3 dogs. What was the relationship like? Did y'all ever feel? 2 questions. What was the relationship like? And then second one is, did y'all ever feel shaded like I wasn't getting enough attention?
Never felt that. Never felt that latter part. However, the relationship was beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. There was mutual respect. And that mutual respect was earned.
Yeah.
Because the value that Troy had for Michael and the value that he had for what I did in the running game and the value that we both had in Troy Aikman, Michael and myself, with his leadership, all the things that was required of him, he got better. We got better. It made everybody better because now people became more accountable because they understood that with that 3-headed monster, we get rolling, we all get to enjoy this success. We may not get all the attention, but that wasn't even a problem on the team. The problem is everybody got attention on the team. Everybody had their own shows. Even Kenny Gant had his own show. He was on the special teams. Bill Bates had his own show.
Yeah.
Troy, Michael, everybody enjoyed in the success of everything that we did. And so there wasn't no animosity amongst players.
Good.
Business-wise, if there was any discrepancy, it was with ownership. It wasn't with players. And the players are never disappointed that another player get paid. Never. I want you to get your money.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I don't want them to mistreat you neither. I
Yeah.
want them to treat you like you deserve to be treated. And it ain't nothing against the players. Sometimes it's against the organization.
Absolutely.
How they treat players.
Yeah.
And so for us, I think that's why we still have such a strong bond right now to this day, because there was never any animosity amongst us.
Yeah.
And I saw Daryl Johnson yesterday. So,
Moose.
yeah. So that love that we share for each other, it exists still to this day.
At what point did you realize, the three of you, like, yo, we could be iconic. Like this, we could be a three-headed monster. At what point was there a play? Was there a season? At what point did you just know that we did?
You know, we talked about it early, building the confidence and everything else. I think our first year with North Turner, we go 11-5 after going 7-9.
Mm-hmm.
We go 11-5, make the playoff, play the Bears in Chicago. First round of playoff, we win our very first playoff game. We go to Detroit and get beat by Barry Sanders, and he make this crazy run against us and everything else, close the game out. But I don't think we felt disappointed. I think we felt encouraged and empowered. Mm-hmm. I think when we came back from Detroit, you can hear the murmuring on the plane. This won't happen next year. We're going all the way. We know what we're doing now. And I think that is what was building, was that confidence within the team. We knew what we had to do because they seen the running game lead the league in rushing. Mm-hmm. They seen Troy and Michael do what they did in the air. They seen the number of Pro Bowlers that we started to have. So when you start to see these things starting to happen, you're like, okay, something special is happening right now, and we don't want it to change. So every man on that team felt an obligation to be physically ready.
Yeah, a little bit better.
It'll be a little bit better. Let's go make it better. And so the next year, guess what we did? Went to the NFC Championship game and won.
Yeah.
And then went to the Super Bowl and won.
Yeah.
So things were starting to happen. And when you recognize, and unfortunately some of us believe that these moments like this is going to last forever.
We got it. Because it happened fast.
It happened fast.
It did.
Super
I don't
fast.
think I realized it happened that fast.
I didn't either.
Like year one, then year two is like boom, oh, and then year three, oh, Super Bowl,
Boom.
and now we rolling.
We gone. Off and rolling. It happened just that quick. But look at the strategic changes and moves that were made. First one, bringing on Jimmy Johnson and Jerry Jones in '89. Going through that 1-15 season. Jimmy trying to figure out what he has. This is the mark of a mergers and acquisition guy. This is a mindset. Mm-hmm. Change the environment, change the culture. We want to win, and we got to win at all costs. 1-15 did not say winning. So revolving doors start to happen. Plan B free agency rolls around, trade Herschel Walker, get all these picks. Boom. We got to pick right. We got to make good decisions. They made great decisions. Mm-hmm. They brought in players and it worked out with the drafts and everything else. Traded picks away, get more picks. Boom, boom, boom. Still had a revolving door going around in 90. Boom, make another change. Let's get the offensive coordinator here to get these guys the ball. Strategic moves that stabilized everything. Once that got stabilized, you didn't see many more moves. It was like, okay, we got what we got now. Another thing we can do is upgrade through the draft. And improve in certain areas, blah, 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 blah. I got my guys. Mm-hmm. We're rolling. Win the Super Bowl, you solidified that you have your guys, you have your team, you have your coaches, you have your offense, you have everything that you need. Why change?
Right.
Keep it going. So that's the way I look at it.
I want to ask you about a game that sticks out to a lot of people, and that is the shoulder separation game.
Right.
Where you separate your shoulder, you go out the game. I don't know if you got shot up. I don't really care.
I didn't.
You was like, no, I'm good.
Toradol, baby.
And then you went back.
I didn't learn about Toradol until my last year with the Arizona Cardinals.
Dang, you late in the game.
I was so late.
Late in the game.
I was so late.
Best thing since sliced bread.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, talk to me.
Changer.
Go about that. Explain what happened, the hit, what caused it, and then I got to get back. And then eventually you guys go and win the game.
Well, this was January the 2nd, 92. Last game of the season, I believe, or 93.
Something like that.
Yeah, last game of the season. And it was an important game for us to win to secure home field advantage.
There we go.
And so, and I'm trying to get this Russian title. Let's not make any bones about it. This would be like Russian title number 2.
Yeah.
And so, after missing the first 2 games of the season, period. This was an important game. So all of that was on the line right before the half, probably 5 or 6 minutes before the half. We do what we call the inside draw trap or something like that. Boom, I bust it open for a long 25, 30, 40-yard run. And I'm getting tackled, and it's cold up in the Meadowlands. I land on my shoulder. Boom, on that AstroTurf. Immediately I feel something my arm pop up like this. And I know I'm hurt. Mm-hmm. I just don't know how badly I'm hurt. So I come to the sideline. They feel it and everything. They're like, we got to go get an x-ray. I'm like, okay. So we go get an x-ray. This is right before the half. I'm leaving the field. They still playing the game. Get in, get all my x-rays and everything else. They assessing my shoulder like, dude, you got a grade 2 separation, maybe a grade 3 separation. I said, so what does that mean? It means that your clavicle is running high, riding high.
Grade 1 is the least, grade 2 is middle, and grade 3 is the worst.
Yes.
That is, to layman's terms.
So Kevin O'Neill looks at me, he said, now I don't need to tell you how important this game is. I say, okay, I understand. He said, now, you can't hurt it any worse. That's one of the things he says. I'm like, okay, cool. If I can't hurt it any worse. He said, now, are you willing to go out here and try and see what you can do? I said, yeah, I can do that. He said, now, do you need you want us to shoot it? I'm like, nope. I don't want to shoot it because if anything goes wrong, I want to know what's wrong. Mm-hmm. However, I will take some kind of medication.
No doubt.
Right. I take something. So they gave me some stuff to take. I said, so what are we going to do? He said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take 2 knee pads, and we're going to tape them together, and we're going to cut a donut and make a donut.
In the middle of it.
In the middle of it, make a hole. And so we're going to set it on your shoulder, and we're going to tape it to your shoulder. So that gives you a little bit more cushion. I'm like, okay. So they do that, put my shoulder pads on, I come back out, and they say, listen, matter of fact, let me take a step back. While I'm getting assessed, Norv comes in, Mike comes in, and everybody comes in and say, oh, we need you in this game, we need you in this game. And they like, Mike's like, we need you to be the decoy. We ain't gonna get you the ball, we want you to be a decoy. They're gonna follow you and everything else. I'm like, okay. Some think I'm gonna be a decoy. I go out there, first play they call is a run play. And I'm looking to the sideline like, I thought I was gonna be a decoy. They hand me the ball. I'm like, okay, let's give it a shot. I get it, take off running, picking up 3-4 yards. I get hit the ground, and I'm feeling everything you can possibly imagine. My chest is popping like knuckles, just like this. I bruised my sternum. Just feeling everything. Finally, I get to the point where I'm not coming out the game. I make up my mind I'm not coming out the game. And they just started giving me the football. And I just get into the state of mind to where I don't hear the crowd. Mm-hmm. I only hear Troy. I hear Michael. Those are the only 2 voices I hear. And Michael just hanging there. Troy, I'm biting on my mouthpiece. I even got a tear coming out of my eye. And And Troy looked at me and said, "You all right?" I said, "Just call the play. Just call the play." And he just kept calling the plays, and I just kept running. Because I took myself back to when I was like 6 or 7 years old, playing in the park right across from my grandparents' house with my cousins, who taught me the game of football itself. And I'll never forget when I fell down, I scarred my arm. You know, you see blood running out. Some kids that young, they start crying, "Oh, look, I'm bleeding." My cousins used to say to me, and say to all of us, "If you can't play with pain, you can't play the game." And I just kept reciting that in my mind the whole entire second, third, and fourth quarter, all the way through the fifth quarter, because we went in overtime.
Yeah.
And I just kept running. Then all of a sudden, you start seeing your teammates. I started hearing Nate Newton say, "Hey, they piling on him. Get him off him." And so when I hit the ground, I go back and look at the tape and see some of my teammates snatching the Giants off. And Lawrence Taylor's on the field too.
Yeah.
I got Pepper Johnson out on the field. I got Leonard Marshall, all of them on the field. They try to kill me. Dog, they coming at me. I mean, they piling on, laying heavy and everything else. And I'm just in my own zone, just making it through. And then finally get to the point where I did all I could do. I was like, and this is overtime. I'm like, man, y'all better kick this field goal. I don't want to carry no more. So I come off the field, and I'm in pain. And Eddie Murray kicked that ball through. Team celebrating. I was like, yes, finally it's over. I get in the locker room. Everybody's celebrating. I'm like, yes, we won. Playoff. I got 10 days to get back ready, not knowing how bad it was. The plane ride back was the worst. That's
when adrenaline stops.
Adrenaline stop.
It was
Yeah,
the worst.
you get cold,
bro. I try to knock my shoulder completely out of place because I was in that much pain. I fell asleep, and I wake up in a panic because my heart was racing, and just racing. I was like, "This don't feel right." I'm like, it happened twice. The second time, Kevin O'Neal said, "Listen, if you want us to, we can land this plane in Memphis and get you into a hospital." I said, "Nope. If I'm going to die, let me die in Dallas." Made it back to Dallas. Took me straight to the hospital from the airplane. I got checked in. They put the IVs in me. And I'm starting to feel a little bit better. And I'm like, yes, I can't wait to see SportsCenter. Just about 10:55. 10:59 rolls around. I'm out. Don't even see nothing. Don't see nothing till the next morning.
Yeah.
I get up the next morning. I couldn't even see my traps. Couldn't see my traps. Barely could see my chest.
Yeah.
Full of fluid. And then I started the whole process.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Yeah, you got a grade 2, grade 3 separation. And you're going to need surgery." Yeah. But not right now.
Yeah.
We're going to make it through this. And so 10 days went by, took the swelling down. We getting ready to play Green Bay here in Dallas. Go in. Don't take a shot. I'm on the football field. I get hit the very first time. They toss it to me to the left side. I make it through. I'm like, okay. They toss it to me again. Get a first down. I get hit on the other side. I'm like, ooh, I'm on the ground like this. I'm leaning up. I look Kevin O'Neal in the eyes. He looked me straight in the eyes, turned his head, and walked the sideline.
I ain't trying to hear it today.
I ain't trying to hear it.
I ain't trying to hear it.
Up, went back to the huddle, called the next play, played. I played for about a quarter and a half, and I got caught by Bryce Pup.
The safety.
Yeah.
The outside linebacker. He blitzed. Got caught on the wrong shoulder. Hit that shoulder. I was out. Blair Thomas, I believe, came in, or somebody came in to back me up after that. We ended up winning the game. Thank goodness we did. The next week, we ended up playing in the NFC Championship game against San Fran here in Dallas.
Yeah.
I said, "Kevin O'Neal, I got 2 games left. Shoot this mother brother up. Shoot it up. I know what I felt last week. Shoot it up." He shot it up. They shot it up, and boom. It was feeling good. I think whatever they shot it with, the inflammation in the joint calmed down so much to where I was like, okay, I can make this.
Yeah.
And even after the game, it wasn't that bad. Go to Super Bowl, this is the last game, shoot it up. Shout out one more time. Went out there, played the Bills in that second Super Bowl in Atlanta, ended up being MVP. 2 days later, I'm in Birmingham with Dr. James Andrews. Getting cut on, getting the shoulder fixed. That's how all that went down.
Man, what an adventure.
It was an adventure.
That's a journey.
But congrats on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats on the Super Bowl.
And the mindset, though, I like how you just took it back to the childhood. Hey, you can't play with pain.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Play the game.
I mean, literally, I went back to my childhood and went back to that moment.
Yeah.
And the funny thing about it, my cousins who taught me the game, 3 of them were in the stands that day.
Now, have you ever expressed that to them? Like what you?
I talked to them recently because I was at their mom's funeral.
Okay.
And we were over at one of my cousin's house, and we were sitting around talking, and we were reminiscing.
Yeah.
And I told them about that game. We talked about it and everything. They was there. They remember it. And I told them what I went through. They couldn't believe it.
Wow.
Because I don't tell that story that often.
Yeah.
But when people ask, it was one of my most defining moments in the game of football.
Yeah, I like that. I want to get into your second act now. So, real estate, construction, solar, tech, NASCAR. Can I get a general overview of just the businesses that you're involved in? Like, how do you pick the businesses that you want to be a part of?
First and foremost, I'm going to start with the real estate and construction because that platform itself is a vertically integrated platform. Through 413 Solutions, which is the development arm of what I do, along with the energy component of what we do, and the brokerage services component. When I retired in 2005, I started in the real estate development business with the company that was associated with the Staubach company. Roger Staubach ushered me into this relationship. Through that platform, Staubach was on the brokerage services side, tenant rep business. And I learned that business by being associated on the development side, because everything that we developed, the Staubach company came back in and filled it up with the tenants. So there was a complete relationship between the two. Brokerage on one side, development on the other side. And so I was on the development side where Roger wanted me to be on the brokerage side. And I just wanted to build things. And so learning that and putting together pro forma for retail shopping centers, learning mixed use before mixed use started to become as popular as it is right now.
It's everywhere now.
Through that relationship, as well as understanding how a real estate salesperson interact with these type of things. I start putting together pro formas. I start looking at the construction numbers, what it's going to cost to build these things. I start looking at the highways and byways that's happening right here in Dallas from the construction standpoint that we talked about earlier, all the way up here to Prosper and everything else. And I saw a tremendous opportunity on the construction side as well, because there weren't many minority people playing in that space. Right. And so I wanted to play in that space because of what I was doing on the development stuff and what I was seeing on the construction stuff. So I developed a vertically integrated solutions company that does development, brokerage services, as well as solar energy, and a construction company. So I'm touching every vertical that's in the real estate space, just about, because everything that you do and everything that you touch has a form of real estate to it. And everything that has a form of real estate to it has to have some kind of infrastructure on it.
Right.
Now, if you're in the rural lands, you just got cows and so forth, but you still gonna have a barn or something that has to be built, some kind of way, shape, or form. So construction is gonna play a part in just about everything that we do. Every building has a form of construction tied to it, one way or the other. And so I wanted to build a platform to where if you said no to me, you said no because you didn't want to do business with Emmitt Smith.
Not because we didn't have the service.
It's not because we didn't have the service or we did not have the capabilities.
Right.
And so doing that part of it made all the sense in the world to me. And that was one way to control my own destiny.
Yeah.
Now, hiring the right people is key to anything. Like I talked about Norv Turner coming in and bringing in that system that allowed us to develop as players and win Super Bowls and become the triplets. It's the same thing that's required, whether I'm on the development side, whether I'm on the broker services side, or whether I'm doing energy, or whether I'm doing construction. All those things are required in every aspect of what you do. Processes and procedures, just being able to plan right, evaluating every opportunity, coming to a go, no-go decision. All of that's part of the ingredients that goes into making things work.
Right.
And so that's how I got into the business. I was looking at real estate way before I actually started it. I leaned on Roger and I leaned on Magic to help me understand, because Magic was doing urban stuff back when I was playing. And so I took two titans, if you will, and I got a chance to spend a lot of time with those two.
Now, you sat with Jerry, too, though, I heard.
I sat my whole 13 years of my whole entire career has been with Jerry.
Yeah.
The whole entire thing. And so even when you think about the Cowboys, people think about the Cowboys as being the most valuable franchise on the planet, which it is. What makes it valuable?
It's everything that you get. It's the stadium in Arlington.
Yes.
It's right here where we're at right now,
Yes.
where the star is. It's those decisions that's what's made it.
Yes. Because are you talking real estate plays?
Yeah.
Are you talking about construction plays? Things that involve construction and real estate. So you can't build that $1 billion stadium over there without having some kind of construction numbers tied to it, and concrete and steel and everything else that's required. You cannot build the star right here that has nothing but mixed uses, where you have Dr. Pepper behind you in the office that's probably close to about 1 million square feet, if not 500,000 square feet. I think it's about 1 million square feet. And you got the headquarters, and you got everything else that's tied to it, the Ford Center and everything else around it. All of the infrastructure, roads and everything else requires concrete, steel, rebar, all kinds of stuff. And so when you break it down and you looking at the numbers from land acquisition, architectural renderings, the construction budgets to build what you just architect, what you just design, there's a pro forma for it, and there's a model for it. And so it's the same model that we use on the offensive side of the ball. We run and we pass.
Yeah.
I want to know this though, because you name dropped Magic Johnson, and I mean Magic was doing great things. I mean he had all the movie theaters. He also
Starbucks.
had the Starbucks.
Yep.
He had some Applebee's or something.
He had enough.
Yeah, all right.
He had enough.
Yeah, and now he's the face of a couple of different organizations with the Dodgers and also the Commanders.
Yes,
and being a part of that whole group. How did you guys get to know each other? How did that relationship start?
I reached out.
Okay.
I reached out. Of course, the second Super Bowl, we playing in Atlanta, and it's like on a Wednesday night, I believe it was. There's a party hosted at the Hard Rock or something like that.
Okay.
Or playing in Hollywood or something.
Because football and basketball players don't really cross paths that much. Most people don't know that.
No, my paths crossed with a lot of them.
Okay.
You on a different he on a different level.
Yes,
But here's
your celebrity is like way higher than me and his celebrity. We ain't that ain't us.
Here's the funny part. So we're in Atlanta, week of the Super Bowl, getting ready to play the Bills, and it's like on a Wednesday night, and there's a party going on at the Planet Hollywood or something like that. So I'm walking the red carpet by myself, and I'm talking to the press, and all of a sudden I hear this commotion coming up behind me. I turn around, and it's both MJs.
Okay.
It's Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan coming down, and I'm like, oh, snap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. We dap up. They said, man, congratulations. I want to see you run that rock. So they said, let's go in. So I walk in with them. And I started a relationship right then and there with those guys. And then I would run into Michael every now and then at a couple golf tournaments out in not Tahoe, but Palm Springs, the Bob Hope. We used to play in the Bob Hope Classic and all that stuff. I run into Magic every now and again too in L.A.
Yeah.
And we just became friends. And so when I needed something, I called them, wanted to talk to them. I need your advice. I need your wisdom. And so you seek what you want. You want information, you normally seek it. The person that's seeking it is fertile ground. That's why athletes need to humble themselves.
Yeah.
And just be able to go and ask people for help and for information, because they've been there, they've done it, and they done made mistakes, and they trying to help you not make or repeat the same mistakes that they made.
True.
That's really what the intent is. And most of us athletes are giving people anyway.
It's true.
We grew up with the whole notion, never forget where you come from.
Yeah.
Always give a helping hand to someone else.
Always reach back.
Reach back,
Yes.
right? That's
Yeah.
the way we grew up. So why would you think any otherwise? That's our superpower. And that's what I'm talking about when I was with the Cardinals for those 2 years.
Exactly.
For those 2 years, giving back. Because I can't take all of this knowledge with me, and if I do take it with me, it's going in the ground with me. It ain't gonna do the ground any good.
No.
The ground is not gonna talk to you, but I can, and I can give you some of the things that I've gone through, and that's with Magic and Michael and Roger Staubach, including Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
That's what they've done for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got one for you. Investing in yourself after football is more critical than investing in others while you're playing football.
You're absolutely right.
Expand upon that.
Because when you're investing in yourself, and you know what I mean, I ain't talking about buying no Lamborghini. When you're investing in continuation of education,
Yeah.
or you're going to get a certificate in a certain skill set, you put in that time, you put in that work, you put in that effort, and you expect something to come back. You are in control of what comes back. Learning the real estate game, I had to go immerse myself into the business, and I had to immerse myself through CCIM, which is the institute that taught me about the IRRs, the time value of money, how to put deals together, how to analyze trade areas and everything else. I had to immerse myself in it to understand now when I look at a site, how to evaluate a site, how to get to a go, no-go decision.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me putting the time in. That's me going back to the University of Florida. That's me going to get this education and everything else. And with the NFL programs that they have today, whether you can go to Harvard or whether you go to Wharton's Business School, all those things are accessible. If they were accessible in the 90s, to me, I probably would have done it in the 90s. So if I knew then what I know now, whew, Claude, have mercy. and here's the beautiful thing. We have the ability to parlay each other and come together on some of these things. Access is really the key to a lot of this. Access to information, access to people, access to opportunities, access. That's what we're talking about. Access and exposure.
Yeah.
You put those two things together with the right people, you can accomplish a lot.
Yeah.
And so to me, that's what I mean by investing in oneself. Because, and I was just talking to a guy last night at dinner about this, cash flow. When you share your cash flow with families, that's a different thing, because you're not touching your principal.
It's true.
You're going to always have your principal, but cash flow itself is extremely critical to anyone's success.
So with all the access and information and exposure that you've been exposed to, if you had 4 people to put on Mount Rushmore, 4 people of influence from the day you were born till today, right now.
Just 4?
Just 4. That's it.
Yeah, it's not an easy question.
It's like the top 100. It wasn't easy for them to pick the top 100.
But you had 100 to go to. You talking about 4?
You got 4
in the entire world that's impacted my life.
Yeah, you get 4 that have impacted your life, that's given you access and information and just knowledge. Who would those 4 people be?
And that was your Mount Rushmore. So
it's yours.
Yeah, I get it. With all due respect, I have to put my parents there first.
Okay.
And the reason why is because, one, they taught me what I knew then. Mm-hmm. They also gave me the drive and the motivation to pursue things that I wanted to pursue. My mom told me I can accomplish almost anything in the world if I just put my mind, body, and soul to it, which I truly believed. And I got the appreciation of what lack was and how to earn what I want. So I will put them there.
That's important.
That's very important.
So important.
That is the foundation of drive. That's the foundation of will. That's the foundation of prayer. That's the foundation of spirituality and everything else, and all of seeing how it all comes together. The other one, I would say, Dwight Thomas, because he set the foundation for goal setting and talked to us about seeing yourself being who you want to become, visualizing the things that you want to do, putting all those things into practice, working hard and all that. He set that foundation. I would say Jerry Jones. And the reason why, because he was so open with everything. And I got a chance to learn and see how the Cowboys capitalize on leveraging who the Cowboys was. The king of leverage. And then from Jerry, the fourth person, I would say Roger Staubach. And the reason why I would say that is because Roger, in that environment, showed me how these things can actually work together. How they all can work together.
He helped complete the roadmap for you.
He helped complete the roadmap. Complete it. And now it's about execution. Now, you only gave me limits. Now, Jordan has given me the ability to say, okay, I'm going to give wisdom where wisdom wants. I'm not going to be chasing to give information to people that don't want it.
Right.
Magic helped me negotiate my deal with the Staubach Company. He helped me negotiate that one. And Magic has been an influence.
What was that conversation like? Like, what was something he told you that was like, oh,
like,
I probably never even thought about
what do I need to have?
Okay.
I don't know what to ask for. Make sure that you have equity, all of the equity that you can get personally. Then make sure that you have investment capital on the side. So whenever you find a deal, the money's already there. And make sure this, and this, and a couple other things. So, but I think that wisdom that he shared with me and all of them has helped me be in the position that I'm in right now.
That's awesome.
That's a great group to be around.
That's I can't even. Yeah, that's
you naturally get better when you around that group.
You can't help but get better.
You naturally get better.
You can't help but learn. I mean, as I heard, I think it was Pitbull says, "You show me the company you keep, I'm gonna show you the knowledge that you actually have." Pretty much, it was. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah,
it's something of that nature, and so. That's important, to be around people that are going places and people that don't necessarily think like you, think outside the box, because you're around the same people that's thinking the same way, you're going to get the same things.
Yeah.
But to challenge one's thought, including my own thoughts and challenging other people's thoughts is really what iron sharpening iron is all about. It's what football is all about.
Yeah.
I mean, safety, corner, however you want to look at it. Two different roles, but they both are very meaningful. Information that's shared between the two. Hey, I'm about to corner crash, or I'm blitzing. You on your own.
I did talk to you though. You know what I'm saying?
We had our communication.
Emmitt, man, thanks so much for sharing and giving us all these stories, man. This is beautiful. I mean, it's just not every so often where you get to meet legendary football players.
Greatness.
And then get to really focus and hear their whole journey about what they're doing their second act, and it's been just as great. And not everybody gets to know that, but we all do. And shout out to you as well for all the records that you have and all the other success you had that really and truthfully you have really affected the NFL game forever, because you started the whole not taking off your helmet rule. So, because we just couldn't get enough of Emmitt Smith's face. So we're going to pull the helmet off and make sure everybody knows who Emmitt Smith is, who now became later on the Dancing with the Stars star and all the other great things that you got to accomplish in your life.
Hey, man, thank you. But like I started when I was a kid, people watching Roger Staubach on that TV tube, I saw Roger, I saw Magic, and I saw MJ transition from the game.
Yeah.
People that we know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they showed us how, and they have shown us how. And now people around NFL, NBA, MLB, people are doing great jobs in terms of transitioning and taking advantage of their platform. We just need to do more things together.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate you.
No, thank you guys.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, look, for all of our viewers and listeners out there, man, especially all our big Cowboys fans, I know you guys are loving this one. Make sure you give us a 5-star rating wherever you pick up your podcast, whether it's Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio app. Make sure you give us a rating, review, comment, like, share.
Subscribe, follow.
Everything that Peanut just said, man. Make sure you tell a friend to do what, Peanut?
Tell a friend and
Listen
check us
to
out.
us, man. Yes.
Check out our NFL YouTube channel. It's where you can catch all these
Get us out, bro.
episodes. I'm Peanut. That's Rome. That's Emmett. And this is the NFL Players Second Acts podcast. We out.